Hello folks, how are we? Wednesday night. We are back on Graystone. Got quite a few interesting things to talk to you about tonight. I've got a few demos of things, and we've got quite a lot of work to do actually. Got quite a bit of a harvest to go. Welcome everyone, how are we? Hope your week is going well. I hope the get back into the swing of work and stuff is happening. Not sure it is for me yet. Still would rather be on holiday, but there we go. We'll make do with what we've got, right? So, couple of things to show off tonight. One is Terrafarm, the next version of Terrafarm, which I was sent literally an hour ago, but it's starting to work with a bulldozer from FS Miners. Bulldozer that they released last week, this cat bulldozer, is now working with Terrafarm. Now the version I've got, lots of functionality stripped out, is very much a test version, so I can't change a lot of stuff at the moment, but it's worth seeing. It's pretty good. And the other thing I'm going to give you a sneak preview of tonight is my next Sim Dash, which is just about ready to go. I wanted to test it a bit tonight. Just I've tested it all day, but I want to test a little bit more just to make sure that it's all singing and dancing. So a sneak peek. Do you want a sneak peek of it? I'll flash it up for a couple of seconds just so you can see it, and then we'll come back to it in a little bit more detail later. So there you go. That is what it's looking like. Tried to keep it as close to legitimate case as possible, but obviously made a few tweaks to it as well to make it work. So what should we start with? We have got a combine over there in the field. You can see my version of Terrafarm is a dev version, because I've got machine nil stuck in the middle of my screen for the whole night, and I can't turn the debugging off, so we'll just have to deal with it, I think. Farmer aim is just the wrong colour. No, we'll do a nice dev of it later on. We'll do a bit of a demo of it, but for now, let's run over here, because do my flash impression. They're coming on quite well. Look how much of the pond is filled in now. Making very good progress. The excavator down here is working his way back in the base there, and we've been using the cat up to now because we didn't have anything else, but we've got the dozer now. So let's jump in and have a look at it. I have a frog in my throat, so I keep on muting my mic, and at some point I'm going to. Oh, poor Nick's getting a hard time. If you haven't seen this yet, FS Miners cat, very nice bit of kit. Now you can see here, we've got the debugging bars on the front here, the red crosses and the blue crosses. So if I drop these down using my new joystick, which is here, one of two, which has changed my life, can I say, for digging. So we can lower it down. Watch as it touches the ground. See that? Do you see how the elements change? Now, obviously, when you're playing with this, when this is released, you won't see any of this, unless you want to turn it on, of course. But what I've got at the moment with this, I've only got the option. I can change the modes. So I've got the option to flatten or smooth is the only two options I've got with the dozer at the moment. And my discharge mode, I can only dump stones at the moment. Everything else is switched off, so I can open the menu. I can't even open the menu, so all that's switched off. So all I can do really at the moment is switch it on, move it about, and slow it down. But let's have a little play. So if I drop this down, it will match the level of the ground I'm on at the moment. SDX is here, the developer of Terrafarm. So now's your opportunity, guys. If you want to ask the man any questions, he is here. So basically, drop it down here, and as you can see the movement of the dirt. Now I'm going to move it over a place where we haven't necessarily got dirt, and actually an area where I know it's not flat yet. So if you look, you can see the sloping down the hill slightly here, just by the speedometer there. Now if I spin this round slightly, trying to remember what setting I've got it on. I've got it on smooth typically, so that's not going to work. So let me change that to level. There you go. Look at that. Smoothing the ground, leveling it off as you roll over it with the dozer, and you get a nice load of stones at the same time at the moment. Now, of course, I think it'll get the full range of tools available. So if you wanted to not create stones, I'm sure the release version will have it so that it will level ground as well in discharge mode, so you can move things about. But even now, you can see moving around, dump the stones. We have flattened that area off. Now what I can do, I could jump in the Volvo here and move those stones if I wanted. But basically, wherever you go with this, it'll just flatten the ground. And how good is that, right? How much more realistic is that than... there we go, you can see it raising the ground just around the grass there. So all this will be perfectly one level by the time you're finished. Now obviously when you get to 100% in the front, it's not going to create any more stones. In fact, it's pushing them out to the sides, which is quite a nice touch. Look at that, I hadn't noticed that before either. But as you can see, look at it levelling the land. You see it levelling the land in front? Such a good mod. STX, I don't know how you've done this. It's absolutely brilliant, and every single time you release something in it, it gets better. I can't wait to see what this is going to be like, you know, fully devved and finished later on. It's so good. And the smoothness, he did send me another copy the other day as well, and the excavator smoothness is so good now as well. Now look at that, it's not picking up those stones. I have to ride over those, so it's levelling around the stones if you remove some. That's interesting. Good little test there. Yeah, making roads with a front loader, now with a bulldozer as well. But you can see how smooth it is. We can rotate the bucket as well. Did you see that? So again, FS Minder's doing some nice mods at the moment. I think he's been excited as much as we have by Terraform as well. So look at it raising the land here. So it's lifting the land around. There's definitely a big dip there, so pretty cool indeed. Loving it indeed. But yeah, you can, it almost feels more natural than doing the leveling on the landscaping tools. So really good. So now I could go now and grab my Volvo. Now this, because I've got a demo version on, I think he's disabled all the other tools at the moment, which means I can quite comfortably whip in here with the Volvo, scoop up some of these stones, get them out of the way, and then you could go and level some more if you wanted. There we go. Run this over here. Can make a little pile here actually. We've got to have some output from this big exercise of filling in this pond, haven't we? So might as well be some stones that we can sell to the line point. So we'll make sure this is unloaded and cleared before they go. So much fun with the joystick, by the way. So much smoother. It really is an amazing mod. You're right, Args. It's genius, is what it is. It is right up there with the best I've ever seen. And I believe Estix, correct me if I'm wrong, you were heavily on developing this in 19, but just never got to a point where you were ready to release it, and then it got too close to 22, and you thought, well, I might as well wait and see what 22 brings. But really impressive stuff. Thank you, Taz, for dropping in just to do that. I appreciate it, my friend. Have I tried a joystick with VCA yet? I haven't. Set it to keep speed, it plays... Oh, really? I might have to have a play with that as well. That sounds good fun. So I would say, you know, looking at that pond over there, we're about halfway through at the moment. It's basically what I do off camera when I've got nothing else to do, because I've loads of time like that. I basically come over here and dig with my joysticks. Practice. There we go. Let's grab some of this now. Can I get this because it's on a bit of a downward slope? No. I need to come back and work out what I do there. Exactly, Scooter. I'm the same. I just end up kind of creating roads and stuff. So I think something like Argsy, we might have to get this on No Man's Land for the new series and create some proper roads and things like that. We'll have to come up with a plan for that as well, won't we? So, what joysticks did I get? I got the Thrustmaster 1600s, the double set. They were actually sensibly priced. Well, is anything sensibly priced these days? But more sensible than I thought. And I will say as well, if you go and look at GitHub, you'll see all the additional types, fill types now that will be accepted. So dirt and stones are default in the game. Is that right, SDX? Tell me if I'm wrong. Dirt and stones are in every map, but then there's a load of other fill types for the likes of Yukon and things like that. I don't know if you're going to try and I don't think if you're going to try and get those into every map, or even if it's possible to get them into every map. But it'd be quite good. Hello, Fusion. You've missed my bulldozer demo. Well, I'm not actually finished. I'm going to run another little demo in a minute. If I'm just trying to see if I can pick up some of this from this side. And I can. Good. There we go. So we can, if we clear this, I will then level this off. I'll move the truck as well. This is almost too big for this gap. Good evening, Fusion sir. How are we? The guys have been hard at it this week on the new Yukon server, which appears, as does North Dakota, we've moved from game servers to Nitrado this week. And we've seen an instant improvement in performance. So really, really nice. SD Farms, we are still using Terraform. I'm not actually using it at this exact second because I'm using a demo version. So the functionality is switched off for this tipper, but I'm about to go. I'll move the truck. I'm about to level that bit of land in between the back of the truck, so you can see it here actually. I'll show you here. There's a dip in the land, and then it comes back up and it's level again here. So what I'm going to do is smooth that off. Let me just stick this over here. Let me put it by the truck over here. There we go. Let's see if we can do this now. 78 hours in Yukon already. You guys are nutters. Right, let's fire this up. Lower things down. Shift that so it's straight. No, I won't go yet. So we know we're flat here. You can see we're flat here. So if I drop, it shouldn't level anything to a different level. As I roll over here, look at that. See how it's lifting the ground up? Now it's pushing the stone to the side, but I'm okay if they're doing that. Look at it flattening and levelling that ground. Now you would need to probably run over this a couple of times. But it's so good. There you go. Lift it there, dump what I've pushed over, and we'll go back. But look how flat that is compared to before. There's still a few little bits and pieces in it, which we'll go over again now. I'll just run it through this little section here. Yeah, possibly there's a little bit of weight. I don't have, there's a backhoe for this as well, which I didn't put on. But I think you're right there, Daze. But look, second pass. It's dumped the stone underneath the... I should have lowered it a bit more there. But it's still levelling it enough that I could then run over this with the dozer afterwards. I mean, first time running it, right? So you'd get used to it. But it really is. It really is quite special, this. And it's fun. Do you know why it's fun? It's not just, oh, that does something we want it to do. It's actually enjoyable as well. There you go. See it leveling again? Obviously, the more leveling it has to do, the quicker the blade fills with stone. Yeah, you see it twitching there under load, but... There we go again. Just lifting the stone up. So good. So good. STX, it's pretty good for a first test with it. It's pretty good. I mean, look how smooth that is there, through there. I know there's some stone dumped underneath because I probably didn't have it dropped enough. But look, even there, that is smooth. That, the little rut there, but other than that, I mean, look at this. It's pretty good, isn't it? It is pretty good. What do you reckon, Tim? You're a technical man. This is pretty impressive, isn't it? So STX, brilliant work, mate. Just all props to you, man. This is so good. Oh, we're crabbing a bit. You know what? Here's a bit of feedback for you, STX, just if you want some. If you are on, for example, I'm not sure if it's even possible to do if you're on flattened ground at the moment. I'm not sure there's a way that you can get it to push the stone. So, for example, here, if it's possible to push, if you come across a mound of stone, to fill the bucket with it. Oh, well, it kind of is, isn't it? But not 100%. It's kind of pushing it underneath the bucket. It would be nice if it pulled it all forward. I'll leave that one with you. So there you go. Appreciate you dropping in as well, man. It's great to see you. Great to see you. It's really, really good. So there you go. I will leave it there for now with that. We could sit and play this all night, but we'll save that for another day. We'll let the dev keep going on it, and we'll let it mature gracefully. But tremendous stuff, mate. Very, very nice. Now over here, you'll notice my money in the top corner hasn't changed because these are all contractor vehicles, which will go back. Nuno, that was me using joysticks with the bulldozer, yes. I'm still setting them up. I think that's an issue with the bulldozer giants code. When it's not touching the ground, you get the... Ah, I got you. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right, let's jump into here. And I've got a mower on it because I think it's the best way of demoing this. Let me just dump stuff on the floor so that you can get an idea from what we're doing. So, there we go. There is Mr. New Sim Dashboard. Let me try and work through some of this stuff. A lot of the same functionality as the John Deere one, but took some cues from you guys who gave me feedback in terms of some of the things, some of the foibles with the John Deere one. Actually, when this goes live, the John Deere one is going to go live as well. So be mindful of that. But let's start bottom corner. Let's start on the bottom row here. So engine start, stop. Just tap that. Engine off. Engine back on. We've got tool raised or lowered, tool off, so you can turn your mowers on and off. And I've done them independently this time, as opposed to dropping everything in one go and turning everything off, on and off in one go. That was I learnt from my mistake there. And then, you know, force unload, tip, unload, tip, pipe out, operating side if you've got a forage wagon there feeding animals, cover on and off. All your GPS stuff down the right hand side there, things like show lines and 90 degrees. I've added that new functionality in there, which is cool. And then the info screen. So the info panel here is the really interesting. If I turn the engine off, you can see I've got red for everything there. So it says engine off, front tool not selected, no front tool folded, front tool off. So if I power on the engine now, you can see that turns to green. So we've got all these IDs. Now if I reverse up here, now this is my only grumble, and it is a limitation with the code. So I'm in place now to hook up the rear mower. Now if you see just above the info panel there, you've got the ability to select front and rear implements or the tractor. Now just above that, you've got your couple. So if I couple that, see that grey hook, ball and hook? If I click on that, you see it goes to green, but it also now tells me that the rear tool is selected and the rear tool is attached. Now if you see above again the info panel there, it has jumped to the rear tool in the options. So now if I roll forward, my only gripe now is I can't you can't switch between the two to connect the front one, so you can only get that once. That's just a limitation of the code that Giants manage. You can't couple them, but now you can see we've connected the front one and it's switched to the front. So now if I click on, you can't see any of this because I'm in the wrong screen. Let me switch back to this one. So let me just do that again. Let me decouple that. So decouple the rear one, and you'll see now it tells me I've got front tool attached. If I couple that again, you'll see rear tool selected, rear tool attached, joining on as well. So there we go. So let's run over to the field now. I have got a grass field, which isn't ours, which I'll just mow for a bit. Can I show the 90-degree function in the normal UI? How do you mean, Aaron? Where is it? Where is it in the GPS? Yes, I can show you that. It's on the second tab. So up here is just a... Also, I'm still not tired of the way these mower skirts ripple in the wind. They're brilliant. Right, let's head up over here. Trying to catch up on the chat. I put slow on and I'm still struggling to keep up with you guys. You're a talkative bunch. Does it play nice with the headland management? It does if you set it up, Days. I was toying with the idea of putting the functionality in, but really the only functionality you can do, everything needs to be done through the menus, so the only thing you can really do through the keys is turn it on and off. So I declined. So if you've got headland management all sorted, it will work. It will work perfectly. Right, where's my field that I'm going to? It's that one there. It's over there. I went too early. Janar, I jinxed the North Dakota server, did I? That's literally run for 24 hours solid. Yeah, me too, Tim. It's the little things, isn't it? It is the little things. Right, here we go. A little bit of a field here so I can show you what we can do with auto drive. I have to say I like the new auto drive icons and stuff and the new logo. It's very nicely done. So, gaming only modding, I'm doing alright, mate. I am doing not bad for a Wednesday. Let me just get a little bit further into the field. So, run down here. Now, I should be able to do everything now without touching a key on my keyboard. So let's give it a go, shall we? So we want to select our front. You can see this is very small. I know it's very small down there in the corner. Hopefully you can see all this. But we've selected our front tool. We are now going to unfold our front tool. And now you see the light at the bottom. The button at the bottom will change to white when it finishes unfolding. There you go, to tell you it's changed. Let's then switch to our rear tool and we'll unfold that as well. Remember, this is all coming from Sim dashboard. I'm not touching my keyboard for anything here. That's interestingly not open the skirts at the side there. That's interesting. Now I can power up that tool. So there you go, and you're seeing all the green lights coming on in the info panel. Let's switch back to the front because I didn't turn that on. Front tool running as well. Both of them are raised, so we can lower those. So let's lower. We're on front tool, so we can lower that tool now, and you can see the button change there as well. So it's raised and lowered. Rear tool, let's switch to rear tool, let's lower that. All good. Right, now let's turn on GPS. Let's set our AB line. A there, so I can roll forward. Press it again to set B. Show my lines. There we go, lines showed. Set the width. Done that. Set our cruise control down to something more sensible, like let's do it a bit slower than we would normally do for mowing, just so you get a feel for it. And we press cruise control on, and you can see the green light comes on. And let's turn actually our GPS on. There you go, everything done from the dashboard. That's the first time we've done that. I never had coupling on. That's the first time I've had coupling on. So yeah, quite pleased with that. And obviously if I stop cruise control here for a sec and press the 90 degrees, you can see it flips it to 90 degrees there. Press it again, it should go back. Yeah, there we go. Turn cruise control back on. Bob's your uncle. Now we might run this with the combine as well, even though it's a John Deere. Is that sacrilege to run a case to case screen with the combine? So, all looking good, guys. I am pretty happy with this, which means I'll probably release this later on tonight. And hopefully it'll get approved overnight, and you guys won't have to wait too long for it. I'm going to release a vid on it as well on Friday, so you guys can see that as well. So, there we go. Son of Ragnar, nice to see you. Tech Central, it's coming very soon. I just wanted to do a little bit more testing on it, so that was a perfect test actually. There's nothing really that's concerning me. Other tools as well, you can open the map, you can jump into cab, you can pull up the help menu there, you can pull up the main menu there as well. So lots of just useful tools as well. You can select seed as well. I put that in because I thought if you're in a planter or a seeder, it might help. Take care, Fusion. Nice to see you, mate. Appreciate you dropping in. They're more like the rich boys. I'm not sure about the rich boys, mate, but I get shouted at a lot for buying equipment that I don't need. But the argument is I do need it, right? So let's raise this as well. We'll run this back to the yard now. We've tested it. Let's fold everything up. Switch back to the front. This is a great test. Never do a live demo, right? Well, I just did one and it worked a treat. So you always need more. You're right there, Tim. You are right there. Okay, right. That's enough messing around with gadgets and demos and cool mods. Let's go and cut some corn. In fact, we're soybeans tonight. There's a little bit of wheat left in the field up here, and then it's soybeans. Is def built into this game? As I don't get a usage meter. It is. No, you don't get a usage meter by default, but it is already built into the game. So, so you can get it. You can get a def readout. I have, in fact, if I scroll to another brand that we won't mention. You can see there on the left-hand side there, underneath fuel, we've got our def usage per hour as well. So this is a work in progress. As you can see, we've got two select tool buttons at the bottom there. So the issue, this was going to be the next one I released. You can see the new icons at the bottom there for pipe out and unfold combine. But there's a problem with there is a problem with the way that Giants sends that information to SimDash at the moment, as in you can't tell a combine to unfold from SimDash. So I was actually speaking to Christian, the developer, this week, who's going to see if he can sort something out with it. So that is quite good. That is quite good. Anyway, I digress. Let's dump this in the corner and let's go and actually do some proper work, shall we? We'll leave this here. We just had that on demo. It's not ours. We kept it clean-ish, so we're fine. We'll jump back in the 40 series. I was unloading this before. In fact, what we'll do so we don't have to get out next time, is jump in the Alice, fire that up, and leave that running because I think the combine's full in. So we'll go and get that. And then we've got a couple more wheat fields, tiny ones, and then soybean fields all over there past the pond. So we'll do that. 24 photography. Hi, how are you? So here's our field. If you remember, we did a bit of course play on this in the last episode, and I brilliantly forgot to save the course when I quit the game. So we'll drive the last little bit, but there's a bit of baling to do in here. We may do that tonight as well. How are we for time, actually? Crikey, we're half an hour in already. Time flies when you're having fun. Now that I have joysticks, I play around with FDR. Yes, logging is the next... is the next thing to look at, I think. I just need to get them properly set up, and once I've got them properly set up, we'll brave some logging, definitely. So there we go. Let's get this unloaded. Get that quickly done. King Gamer, you've said hello now about 50 times. 1313, thank you very much, mate. The combine ones are coming. That is definitely on the list. Hopefully we can resolve those. Hopefully we can resolve those issues with it unfolding or not unfolding. If we can do that, we'll be in a good spot with it. We will be in a good spot with it. So. Go. Pipe in. Just a few bits and bobs left on here, and then we'll run over to the other fields. Probably this pass and a little bit over in the corner that we messed up when we were doing courseplay. Mustard Seed, nice to see you. Sean, when is courseplay available? Courseplay is available right now, mate. It's still in beta though, so you'll get loads of development versions of it. They're releasing usually it's one a day or something like that at the moment. It's pretty fast development arc with it. But you can get it from yes, GitHub. Sorry, I misread that, Sean. I misread that. Chunky Tanker, looking forward to the rest of your No Man's Land series. Yeah, so are we actually. Argsy and I were pretty excited about it. We were just saying before, actually, the potential with it is huge. Do something a bit different, really get some variety in there would be good. Good evening, Joe. Nice to see you, mate. How are you? Good to have you back. There we go. Grab that little bit in the corner there. Let's grab this last pass here. I mean, this was a small capacity combine, but it's done pretty good, to be honest. Just over here, aren't I? Let me see if I can go in at an angle and grab it all without having to come back. I think I'm gonna be just. Oh, look at that. All of the skills. All of the skills. Phil, what do you make of the GPU shortage? It's pricing a self-build, but you can't get graphics card. Need to seem better. Yeah, I think that's the case, Phil, and I think that'll be the case for the next... I was reading an article the other day, they're like another 12 to 18 months before there'll be volume. But actually, I don't think the price will ever come down now. Which is annoying. That is really loud. Splattergasker, thank you for joining, my friend. Aaron Vennick Ross, sorry again. Can you still create a field outline with Corsair? Not at the moment, Aaron. I think that'll be future. That'll be a future development. I think they're basically working on the fundamentals at the moment, getting those right, and then when they've got all those nailed, they'll start to add the cool functionality. George may be found. I'm good. Thank you very much. Agri Luca, nice to see you. How are you? By sheer luck, when I was upgrading my PC, I think I must have got one of the last RTX 2080s in the land at retail. About a month after the 3080s and 3090s came out. And there was nothing. So I was kind of pleased with myself. Andy Speakman, tried this map, bought a chainsaw, and then went all blurry. Any ideas, mate? Did you hit yourself on the head with the chainsaw? I don't know. I've not experienced that. This is, I have to say, this has run pretty well for me. It's run pretty well for me. This map, it's pretty well optimized, I think. I've actually got a 2060, an RTX 2060 sitting under my desk. And I was looking on eBay today, and I think I paid about 350, 400 bucks for it. I couldn't see one for under 800. Second hand. It's crazy. Right, there's no point in me driving all the way back over there. Welcome back. Scott, welcome back. There we go. Gaming only modding. Is this map on Belter? It is a Belter of a map. we go. Mark Conlon. They think the change in Ethereum mining rules in July will be the end of GPU-based mining. Thank goodness. Gamers want their kit back. There we go. RX 5700. That I have heard the new RTX cards are very good. Yeah, it's gonna be a funny 12 to 18 months. Right, last little bit of wheat from that field, and then we'll. I think we'll just go and capture the rest of the wheat before we start on soybeans, because we're going to have to move. We're going to have to move the auger and everything to the second bin, because these bins I've got will only take one crop in them. Or we could actually demo it, couldn't we? By trying to put some soybeans in with the wheat. Argsy's just got us a new PC. I think you got a 3070, didn't you, Args, in yours? I actually think a pre-made from a decent company at the moment is probably the best way to go. Probably save yourself way more money than you will building your own at the moment, just because the prices are so crazy. There we go. See, the Alice is still running, so we can just dump that in the auger, and if you look up, zoom in here, look at that, filling up nicely. And gaming only modding, all the details are in the description for the vid, mate. So Matthew Strode, I sold my Mercedes. I've had it for 3 years, sold it 4 months ago for $5,000, well, let me do the calculation, roughly $5,500 more than I paid for it three years earlier. It's nuts. The second-hand car market in the UK is just crazy at the moment. Do need that drive over auger, yeah. Alright, let's run this down to the next field. 1313, have I heard anything on Trailer Park Farms' new Fent combines for FS22? No, nothing yet. 13. Still waiting. I think it was already a script that was available. I think TPF was the first guy to try and implement it into a combine, so you'd need that script to be updated first. The auger won't prohibit you from trying to mix crops in single crop bins, but I think the bins... Oh, I see. So it'll go up the auger, but it won't go into the bin. I'll just need to be sensible and move it. Try not to be a hero. Right, what's what here? I think that's soybeans and that's soybeans. I think down at the bottom here there is 2 very tiny fields of wheat. Maybe even 1. And then the corn is still growing, which is good because I don't have a corn header yet. Oh, there is. There's one straight ahead of us and there's one just there. I mean, they're like postage stamps, aren't they? I'm definitely gonna merge some of these fields when it comes to ploughing them under for the next season. Right. Let's run it over the road. Don't think there's anything coming. We can get away with it. There's enough places to pull off here if we need to. How is this for repairs, actually? Vehicle health, 45%. It's doing okay. Yeah, Hamish, I've read that as well. disgrace. So many people got dogs and then got bored of them. And I'm one of those people that got a dog, but I think we were always looking for a dog anyway. Yes, Derek, I've got a test version of Terraforming tonight, which has got all the debugging switched on. So that's why that's there. I can't turn it off. There you go, Chris. Yeah, crazy money. So I would sell you a 1.5-year-old car. Keep rotating. Evan Scallarand, welcome for the sub. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Just try not to run over these crumbs. What is that there, actually? What is that? It looks like soybeans as well. I wonder why they're at a different stage. Oh well. Good to know, though. Martin, yeah, I know that. I don't think I'll lose any yield on these crops. I've literally driven past the mechanic shop though, which was stupid. Fisk, I've got a full racing rig sitting next to the computer that I play FarmSim on, all running off the same computer, but I counted the other day, I have 17 different control inputs or inputs into this computer. I don't know how it's not fallen over yet. There we go. Let's drop that down. I'm not even going to bother auto driving or course playing this. We'll just grab this stuff. Don't need the straw from here either. I think that other field is plenty enough straw for us. Yeah, Fanatec is completely overkill for FS22. If you buy Fanatec to play FS on, you've got more money than I have. Overkill. Is it overkill? Legacy, you are a legend. Actually, tomorrow's vid, I won't spoil it because I've got them loaded in, but I won't show you them. Elk Mountain Modding sent me a very nice pack that he's been working on, and I've done a preview vid of it for tomorrow, so that's tomorrow's release. But well worth checking out. I think it's due to go live in the next few days, so keep an eye on him for that. Dazed, stop it. Don't feed the beast. Don't feed the beast. If I can find a sponsor, pitch the idea to John Deere. Not had any feedback yet. If we can pitch it to somebody who will fund it, we're going to be all systems go. Yeah, technically you could make a racetrack in your ploughed field, couldn't you? Sheepdog, that's a good question. It is a good question, and it has been something that people have been very quiet on, actually. So I'm guessing people are still trying to work out how to get it to work. Because obviously it is different than 19 was. I'm sure somebody clever's worked it out already. But maybe not found out a way of activating it in game. I mean, you could, I think, go in and change the base game geo if you wanted, but I think that might cause you a whole heap of problems. change the growing calendar and stuff like that. But I think somebody at some point, real life numbers has the ability to change the growth calendar. Okay, that might be a nice solution. Although it would be a pain, isn't it? That was what was nice about the Geos for 19. You just threw the right one in and ticked it, and he went. There's a few out there already on Mod Network. Yeah, how good are they going to be though? Mod Network's an absolute dump at the moment. Yep. The new version of Coursplay's got bale wrapping and collecting in, and I don't have it. I also don't have a baler or a wrapper at the moment, but yeah, nice to see the development going so fast on Courseplay. It's great. So good. Well, there's something else that's crazy priced days. Wood. We had some stuff done at the house, and man, the price of wood was insane. Cab, I think. Too many trees in the way. Terrible at combines in cab. I always miss the crop at the edge of the field. Some combines are better viewing angle than others, so. Somebody asked me this week if I'd drive in cab a bit more, so. There we go, we'll do a bit more in-cab driving. He says that he completely misses a huge chunk of wheat, like I said. It's only a little bit. Bretta, what are my thoughts on the new beacon lights on the 21-22 models? How do you mean, on the John Deere tractors? I haven't seen them yet, actually. Oh, the Russian spammers are in their droves tonight. John Deere. I haven't seen them actually. I haven't seen any of the John Deere releases for 21-22. Do you mean in real life, or do you mean in FS22? Ooh, I'm having a bit of a lag spike there. There we go. A little bit of a wobble. Oh, flashing. Yes, I have. I remember those from 19 actually, and I quite like them. Pretty cool. Have you seen FS Miner's grader and rock? The rock grading machine that he released the other night. That looks pretty good. We're going to have to get that on Yukon, I think. Did you see as well that Oxy, when he releases Calmston, is going to release 4K and 8K textures for PC players on his site, and he's also going to release specific shaders for Calmston, so you don't have to run it with base games. So he's built it, downgraded it for console, but he's going to add in all the PC goodies for anybody who wants to run them. When anybody wants to run them like absolutely tanked out. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh look, we've got 99, 100%. Didn't see that I was that close to getting full. No, I'm going to have to drive across crop. Oh well. There's a bit of a gap here. Just knock over a few ears of corn. SD, it's a basically you put stone in it and you can choose what the output is. You can do stone, lime, smaller stone, lime, sand. You can grind it into different things. It looks very nice actually. There we go. Would you be able to see the difference between 4K and 8K? You would if you've got a 4K monitor, I think. I think it would just be a lot more detailed. Luke Reinwald, how are you, my friend? Thank you very much for saying hello. I'm glad the tutorials are helpful. SD, let me just see if I can find it for you. Let's pull it up, shall we? And you can see it. Oh, there we go. If I go to screen, there we go. Let me replay it. So you can dump stuff out of a you can dump stuff out of the ground, and then you can turn it into different products, which I think is quite nice. He's coming up with some good stuff at the moment. He really is. Oh crikey! It's the bumpy field here. Listen to the little bangs and knocks. Again, we've talked about the sound in FS22 a few times now, and every now and again you kind of still pick up some nice little kind of background noises and things. Go. Knew if I looked backwards I wouldn't be able to get all the field in. There we go. So many animations and stuff going on, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, I think in cab and in game, yeah, brilliant. Take care, Keith. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Nice to see you. Misa, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. There we go. Mr. Trey Schmidt is in the house as well. How you doing, Trey? I'm finally starting to get used to this G920 wheel. It has taken me best part of 2 months to get used to it. Finally think I might have turned a corner with it, if you excuse the pun. Yeah, I agree with that, Derek. I mean, these are great headphones, but they're yeah, you get really cranked up. There we go. Look at the old style screens as well. I mean, what is this? A 2026 to 2010 combine this? Even then, you look at the dashboards, how quickly the text moved on. Sally, sorry, I did see your comment before, and I didn't. I forgot to reply to you. What's the best, Intel, i9, or Ryzen? To be honest, they are much of, especially the new Intels. I think Ryzen have been the best for the last few years. And I run a Ryzen, but I think Intel, the new Gen 12 Intels are supposed to be pretty tidy. I've seen the helicopter, Tim. I think one of the problems with the helicopters in the game, the control mechanism just isn't designed for flight. So it'll always be a bit clunky. I mean, Ryzen are like tried and tested now as I think the best option for gaming at the moment, performance-wise, aren't they? but I don't know enough about the new Gen 12s. Here we go. Field's done. Jacob, did I see Coutinho? Yeah, we were in the mix for him. Slightly annoyed we didn't get him. Brett, how great would it be if all the screens worked in the cab? There was a project in FS19 where somebody got all the screens to work, and I think they're going to bring it back for 22. Yeah, Trippier's a good buy. I think if he surrounds himself with a few more players of his caliber, I think it's a good start. I think it's a good start. Logan Reagan, sup, dude? Right, let's repair this before we do any more, just in case. We are losing yield. Oh look, the Demco on the inside is getting picked up. $905 repair. Don't think I'll need to repaint it. I don't think we need to repaint it. Oh, that's doing pretty good. Okay. Oh, it's expensive compared to... It just fell off, it was only a matter of time. Hope he's talking about the machinery and nothing else. Martin DB5. The clue's in the title. And the link to it is in the description. Richard Mason, how are you? New to the game but really can't stop playing over 100 hours. Well done, mate. Welcome. You're one of us now. I know there's guys in the community that certainly are. ESAB, one of our members I know, had over 6,000 hours by the end of FS19, so don't you worry. You've got a little bit to go yet until you're officially crazy addicted. Right, we are going to run this with Corsair, and it's not a huge field, but I want to have a play with Corsair because we haven't done it for it. So I don't need you. You go away. Oh, well, that's interesting, isn't it? Look, auto drive is appearing in the menus. How strange. So we are here. This is the guy we want. We want to create a job. We want to go to Courseplay Fieldwork. We're going to go this way. Bosh. I've noticed you can put anywhere on the field. First waypoint, and we want to open the generator. We're going to do just the one headland this time. Sharp corners. Working with, I assume that's right, overlap 7%, rows to skip, rows per land, we're going to just do that. Start direction, start work on the headland. I think we are good to go. Generate fieldwork course. There it is. That looks pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Now, if I come out of here, there's the start point to put it in the middle of the field. I should be able to Courseplay hire AI worker. Look, they've separated it out now, so you could do a standard worker by just pressing H or Control H to hire a Courseplay worker. I like it. So there we go, let's see what happens here. So he will roll forward, so... that's a bit annoying. Why doesn't he drop the header there? Let's see if he drops the header when he goes to the start point. Hoping he does. Yep. Okay. So we're going to miss that chunk out in the middle. All good though. That is Courseplay running. Sean, FSD will be doing a Courseplay tutorial in FS22. Absolutely I will be. I'm just at the moment, it's developing so much and there's so much stuff missing from it from a functionality perspective that I'm going to wait until it's a little bit more polished. I know there's guys doing tutorials at the moment, but genuinely, they'll have to do them again in about 3 weeks. So I don't really see the point at the moment. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. Look at him cutting those beautiful corners there. Fabulous. So nice to have Courseplay back. Have they added auto? I think they've got auto detect, Hamish. I've not tried it. I mean, it picked the right header width there, and I didn't have to do anything. But I don't know. Oh, stay on the road, mate. Pay attention. Look, Phil, FSG owns Liverpool. I wish. Titus Ward, hello from Tennessee. Nice to see you, mate. I miss Bulls Gap. My spiritual home. Roll under here, and I think tempted to do a bit of baling as well. That tiny baler again. I know we did it a few weeks ago, but there's a nice field there of stuff. Yes, if you could hit the like button, thank you very much, Richard. If you could hit the like button, it does help the channel. It means it gets distributed a bit wider on YouTube, and it means that people can discover me if they haven't already. Driver 1956, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Chris Richardson, looking at that mighty hole where the pond was, I thought it was looking at Fife. Probably the best thing for Fife, actually, isn't it? Dig a hole and bury it. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to have to move this over to the next bin. For the soybeans. What do you want, Legacy? You want an invite to my Discord? There we go. Oh dear. Just knock the Alice over. There you go, thank you, Scott. Oh, a link to the mods Discord. Yeah, I should have an automated one for that, shouldn't I? Well, the Combine's managed to make it round the field without bumping into anything. That's a good sign. What I might do, if I can, jump back in. He's only 25% full. Let's see if we can change some of the settings. Combine auto unload. Self unload activated. There we go. Good. And I should be able to park this up, and he should come and find me when he's ready. Not yet, mate. Too soon. No, I think he will cut this little bit here, actually. He will cut this little bit, and then he'll cut over into the next... I think, actually, this is not a clever place to park, is it? Because he's going to need to turn on the headlands. I can't remember which way I set my course up. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There he is. Oh, he's going horizontal. Okay, that's good. I mean, this is running really slick now. Look at that. How he's cutting out those corners so he's not missing stuff. Dan Siegel, the man who... I think you spent your entire week writing very long comments on my vids, mate. One of them's like War and Peace. Nice to have you here, man. Yes, I saw Stone Valley. I saw that news today. That's good for you, Titus. Yeah. Yeah. Elk Mountain Modding is on the Discord. He is indeed. Oggs, you have to send me that copy afterwards. I'll put it as an automated. Right, there he goes, running down to the end. So, while he's doing that, we'll not sit around and watch him aimlessly do that. We will jump into the 4955. What I'm going to do is grab the little baler, but we're also going to grab the... because the pickup's so narrow on that baler, I have a plan. I have a plan. I want to see if it'll work. It's a little bit... a bit odd, but we'll give it a go. We're going to try and windrow the straw into a tighter pile so it gets picked up by the baler a little bit more. Dazed, take care, man. Nice to have you dropping by. Catch up soon. Want to hear how this potato pack's doing. We've got a funny feeling that if I unfold this, this is either going to work really well or it's not going to work at all. Now, did I buy mods and DLCs? Owned items, trailers. Did I buy the trailer? I don't think I did I? No, I'm going to have to buy it. Right. Store deliveries comes to the rescue. Store deliveries, and it is the bale trailer. Now, I can't remember where it is. Is it in the bales? Bale loaders? Yes, there it is, the notch trailer. Let's do it in red. That's quite nice for a change. 16k. I'm just blowing through my money at the moment. Close top patch on the silo if you're finished. Good call, Mally. Good call indeed. I will do that right now. Notch trailer done. I do think that this windrow on the front could be a complete disaster. Mark Taylor, how do I set up a courseplay course? You've literally just missed me doing one. Hopefully we'll be able to do another one, although the other fields are quite small. There we go, that is the bin closed. I'll jump up here now, yep. Thank you, Mally, good call. Turn that off as well. And disconnect it, we'll move that auger in a little while. I don't think they did. No, I think what they've done is, based on what I know, and I've only kind of read, just reading the same stuff that everybody else has got access to. I think they, with 19, they were saying every time they released a new version, something else would break. The code, the base code, had been butchered so much over the last couple of games that they were like, do we just kind of wipe it and start again from scratch? So they basically wrote it from the ground up again. And I think some of the stuff that happened with the helpers, the new AI helpers in the base game, gave them the idea that they could kind of take advantage of some of that menu technology. So I think maybe they're using some of the base game information and stuff that they've had available to them. Let me just get myself organised here. Too many tools. Sorted potatoes have the grain texture. I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of that very quickly, Dazed. Fired up, lowered down. Crikey, so many tools. Baler, lowered. Now let's see if this windrow is actually going to help. Or this is just a silly idea. Oh, it's not going to help if I do it that way around, is it? That's useless. Switch to the other side. Control Y. That's alright, isn't it? Look at that. It's not one of my worst ideas. And trust me, I've had a few. I don't think it'll work down because of the offset on the baler. It's fine if the baler goes behind you, but this one's offset, so... Is it great? I just missed a bit there, didn't it? On the turn. So technically, let's assume we're going to run this like so. I didn't record the courseplay, the courseplay course for the Combine either, Dan. That was the problem. We're missing the launching of the bales, the smoothest animation I've seen. Tried Stuart Brewery's Island Get. I haven't. Is that new? I'll have to drive over and get some. There are some chunks where it's get big. Like it's still got the same problem I had with prior to, but it's a bit of fun. Works. Yeah, the bale launch animation's phenomenal. It's so slick. Whee! Who says physics in FS are rubbish? That's genius. Have I sampled the whiskey yet? I haven't, Args. I'm going to have to find an excuse. I'm thinking Super Bowl night on the 13th of Feb. I'm going to have a little gathering. So I might crack it open then. I'm trying to find a special... It's one of those special occasion, and then I'll end up not drinking it for about a year, but I know I will. I definitely will. Right, this is actually embarrassingly bad when you... on the turns. Maybe it'll work for the up and down. Do you know what I'll do? I'm going to disable it for the headlands, and we'll turn it on for the up and down rows when we're driving in a straight line. And we'll just have to accept that we're going to leave some straw on the field. The bale launcher's actually wood crushers. There we go. Six miles an hour. It's quite slow. This. See me being here for a while. We'll go and check the combine in a little while. I mean, it must be the fact we can leave it over there. Oh, look, I've lost a bale. Hit the side of the. Hit the side of the trailer. It's very drinkable. All Stewart Brewing stuff is very drinkable. I'm going to go and do their brewing course and get some FarmSim Guy ale. So this is Stewart Brewing, is near Hamish and myself. It's a little local Edinburgh micro brewery, craft beer. But what you can do is you can go along for the day, and they show you how to make your own beer blend. And they'll bottle it and they'll label it up for you, and if you're a designer you can design your own label and they'll print it as well. So I'm definitely tempted to go and make some of my own beer at some point. I'll plough it under, Tim, it's all good. Hope they put this bale launcher and trailer in console mods. I don't think they will, to be honest, Axial. This has been converted from a PC only 19 mod, so but never say never. Never say never. Slagging the mess I'm making. I'm using natural fertilizer. I'm going to plough some of it under, Args. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, the trailer's nice. The trailer is nice. There's no reason that wouldn't come to console other than it would need to get approved by Giants. Problem is you can't get the turns. I'm also impressed with this trailer. It doesn't lag when you've got so many bales in it. I do like that. And it's pointless that I'm turning them into bales as well, actually, because I'm going to go over to that self-loading self-loading shed anyway. Daddy chill. Why are you making small square bales? Make round. No, I want to make small square bales. It's irrelevant anyway, because I've got an auto-load shed which converts them into straw, because I only need it for bedding and then maybe a bit of TMR bulking. Getting a bit of screen flicker here. I don't think it's pulling through onto YouTube, so it must be a monitor setting. Crazy Rebel Redneck, I am from Scotland. Well, I'm not from Scotland. Hamish will pull me up for that. I am from England, but I'm living in Scotland. There you go. Oh, those stop signs you never see them stop at. Roosters working on some enhancements for the baler, that'd be nice. The dog is in. Don't know what it's doing. The dog is going to jump on the white sofa. Mally, originally from Cheshire, just outside Chester. Yeah, we talk about this quite a lot, Crazy. It's amazing how many people from different countries are watching the channel. It's cool. The Russians are persistent. I think it's a trait of theirs, isn't it? Cranked. Oh, that's quite nice, Tim. I like that. I think you could have it so it rotates as well as you turn. Oh, look, I'm hanging out the side as well. Look at that. Driving around with the door open. Let me get to the. Yeah, look. There we go. At least the door's shut now. I'll put him back in. Ah, memories of summer growing up. Memories of summer growing up and chucking bales for months on end. The dog is chewing a chair leg. I'll let her do that. There we go. How many more can we get in here, do we think? We'll do one load and we'll go and dump them into the straw shed, and then we'll go and see what the combine's doing. Rogan tatties. That's us. That's a Scottish phrase if I've ever heard one. Wow, the spammers are out in force tonight, aren't they? Honorary Minnesotan too. Yeah, I'll take that. I do like Minnesota. Whee! Preston, Mally, nice. No Preston well. How many more we can get in here, do you think? Look at the time, 10:30 already, crikey. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Yeah, it does look amazing, doesn't it? Just the physics when they hit stuff, it is such a natural thing when they launch stuff as well. It's not like it's too clunky, and frames, not lost a single frame. Well, that's the dream, isn't it? Then that. I mean, this is quite a natural thing. It's not something that they would do in the UK, I don't think, but certainly this is pretty common in small farms in the States, isn't it? Maybe not so much these days, but certainly a few years ago. Right, do you think we'll get a whole pass in here, or do you think we're going to be pushing our luck? I'm going to start bouncing off. Oh, that one snuck in, didn't it? There are slight angle these as well, which doesn't help. I will tidy up, Tim, don't worry. We're getting a bit better now, we're on the up and downs. Not much. It is quite a narrow pickup. And to your point, Dan, I don't want to widen it. I do like to try and play kind of semi-realistically, so I don't like modding equipment beyond its standard stuff. I'll end up turning into Scorpion and Trey, having to put a downforce wing on the back of my combine to keep it on the ground. Yeah, look, I think we're at the max probably that this trailer's going to take, and I'm not paying attention. Let's see how many more. I think I might get the odd one in. We'll get to a point where it'll just launch a load off. Yeah, the dog whining. Combine is 17 miles an hour. Nah, look, we're losing them now. Okay, I think that tells us it's full. So what we'll do, we'll try and ram these last couple in. There we go. Oh, back, sorry. I was chatting to the missus. Sorting the dog out. There we go, we're back. Sorry, I always do that, don't I? See if the WD-45 will pull that trailer. I should, shouldn't I? Probably would, actually, wouldn't it? Probably not a lot of resistance on it. I think it only does about 7 miles an hour, though. I honestly, I need one of those massive red lights, don't I? Muted. There's a small farm YouTube from what state used to use small square bales. Switched to round bales since it was just him and his... Oh, see? A couple fell out there. That's an occupational hazard as well. I remember picking up bales off the road many a time when I was working. The HyperX have something, Tim? Would love a little on-air, off-air, mic on, mic muted or something like that. Little sensor that recognises when you're muted or not. This is Graystone, Graystone Farm Crazy. You get the link to it in the description. Up in... or down in North Carolina. Middle in North Carolina. Wow, loads fell out. I like the new bales with the... Remember the old bales were just like... They looked fake because there was no straw hanging off them. They were just too... they were too pristine. Is that going to go in, or is it just going to... Yes! Direct hit. Look at that, that should get us home now. Good stuff. Steal the FS beacon. Oh, you could do that, couldn't I? I do have my beacon here. It's not plugged in. Oh, it's another one. Oh, I think when I'm braking, they're falling out. Right. There's loads of space at the back. There's more space at the back. Beacon activates when muted. We could do that. I could set that up on my sim, on my stream deck, couldn't I? It's a dual action. That it, if the mic is muted, set the beacon to on. Might have to look at that. I also might have to change the volume of my alert. Derek Wright, thank you very much for the sub, my friend. Much appreciated. So, this is the base game shed, converted by Deniz to now be a loose straw shed, but it'll take bales at the front here. So if I drive close enough to this, it'll basically just unload all of these bales, like so, and turn them into loose straw, which is very handy. It's a great little idea. Tim, I'm using Stream Deck. Just because I had one already, so. And my tablet is otherwise engaged sim dashing. Right, let's do this. Do this, do this. I will keep that, and that might come in handy for some grass work. Should probably go and see how the combine's doing. It's been very quiet, so I'm assuming no news is good news. I'm assuming no news is good news. Lost my bearings. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's stuck in a tree. And has done no work. What was he doing? What was he doing? I'm trying to work out now what he was doing. Typical, right? Okay, so he's turned on there. Has he cut that? Yes, he has cut that. So his next row would be... Now, can you turn on the lines at the moment to see if you can... It's right at the end of the row here, isn't it? So yeah, I can see start finish, you can't see the whole thing. Let me see if I can pull up different options. Just change mode. Edit files. No, that's not it. Show all active courses. The in-game map. No. It's all tool settings. Vehicle debug deactivated. Turn it on. I think that won't work either. That won't show us anything, will it? Oh, you boys are talking to me. Upper menu at the top. Activated. It's not that. Route manager settings. Top of that menu. Top. Top. The boys are saying top. This one? Or vehicle course placement. Oh, show course. Oh, crikey, how did I not see that? For goodness sake. Right, so yeah, look. It's just got a little bit confused at this point, hasn't it? It's just got caught on the turn there. I should have done... If I'd done another headland, would I have avoided that, do you think? Now, I should, hopefully, be able to Control H from this point. No, it's going to go back across the map, isn't it? So I want to what do I want to do here? I want to start from next point, don't I? And this is the problem. How do I do that? Next question. How do I change it from... Because I set it when I set the course, and you can't reopen the course menu. Create job, but that it will. If I create job, will it not create a new job? If I do create job now, oh, there we go. Field center, headland corners, number of headlands. But I don't want to. Nearest waypoint. There we go. So now, Control H. No, it's sending me back off over there. I think run it a bit further. I think it's too much. I've got debug turned on now as well. Let me turn that off. I was going to well. Deactivated. Right. Let's. I'm on 1766 pull. That would make me happy if they brought back the mini HUD. If I do a Control H now, no, it's off again. Why is that happening? There we go. We're doing a we're doing a course play. Just press it, but that'll just hire a normal worker, Cranky. I want to run on the course play course. Just H. Are you sure? No, it's doing the same. Why won't it start from the... Why won't it start from here? We're doing so... I'm doing something. I'm not going to blame you guys for this. Create job. First waypoint, nearest waypoint, first waypoint. That. Start job. Can I do it from here? There you go. Maybe I should do it that way. Not if course play is activated. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. He's so falling in that pond, isn't he? Are we going to put some money on the combine disappearing into that pond? Jeez, that was hard work, wasn't it? It's too late. It's too late at night. It's been a long day. Didn't get loads of sleep last night. Jeez, who watches this guy? Hasn't got a clue. Oh dear. There we go. Right, so he's going to turn fine here. So we've been messing around in the other field. This could have been finished, and guess what? Likita, I think we were just saying, somebody was saying, Paul H was just saying that the HUD is back. Let's try insert, shall we? No, not for me, Paul, but I do have 17. I don't know what the latest version is. Farmer Hamish, take care, man. Catch up soon. Mally, I'm testing a new version of Terraform for the modder, working with a bulldozer. We could have another little look at it before the end of the stream if you want. So we're filling in that pond over there, and we've got a bulldozer now. This is why I haven't done a courseplay tutorial, because I still don't know how to use it. Hello Ed, nice to see you, mate. Right, this is where it's going to fall over because we're too close to these trees. Unless courseplay is going to behave here, and I could limit him to the field. Alright, maybe. We are very close to these trees. Yes. Should have done another headland. We always say it, right? Courseplay is only as good as the person that sets up the course. Oh, he's off again. That was just pressing H, so... No, he's going off again. Why is that? So, do I need to go in every time? Create job. Nearest waypoint. Start job. That's a pain. That needs to be fixed. STX, the updated version without text. Sneak peek on the new HUD and better blade adjustment if you want to test it on stream. Ooh, shall we have a look at that, guys? What do you think? Send it over, STX. I'll go and grab it, and we'll spend maybe the last. Well, I'll spend the last 10 minutes having a play with it. Just remember to save this. Can you save courses yet? Doesn't give you the save course. Don't think you can save courses yet. Do it. Started with it, should finish with it as well. Yeah, look, I'm crushing my not ready soybeans to get my soybeans done. Testing as I'm proving. Courseplay sucks. It doesn't suck, by the way. That was a joke. This clown that is operating it sucks. Right, I am going to quickly jump into Discord and see if... I've gone into Courseplay and all I've got is links from Hamish flogging beer to me. Brilliant. And an on-air light. Right. STX, fire if you want to fire it over to me, mate. I'll give it a spin. Ah, there you are. Ah, a couple of minutes. Right, good. We'll go back to some. Plucking combines out of trees. Maybe you'll not do it this time. Do you know what? He's not reversing far enough there, so he's going to clip this. Is he going to get past? We are so losing this combine. The combine is going to end up in there, isn't it? Jeez, Ed, you need to go to your bed, mate. That's crazy. Have to create a folder to save courses. All right. I knew Raymond would be pulling it apart to create a new folder. Courses. Okay. Save course. Course name Graystone test spelt wrongly. There you go. Look at that. Thank you, Raymond. Swiss misery. Yes, it doesn't. That was meant in jest. I've always said this. Courseplay is never wrong. It's only the people using it. Banks Sinatra, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'm just going to check Discord again. But yes, you want to see this bulldozer and terraform. It's good. I can see a massive crane for the next episode, lifting a combine out of a bottom of a pond. Huh? Yes, yeah. Don't know what you were talking about. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Go about your business. Loads of space. I actually think that was probably maybe... Oh no, there is... The next row maybe is the worst one. Let's see what happens here. It's gonna happen, isn't it? It's gonna happen. I'm actually gonna get a prime... I'm gonna get a prime position for this one. He might... No, it's pretty close, isn't it? It's pretty close. Should have started from the other side, shouldn't I? Should have started from this side rather than the kind of nice big expansive space over there. Right. Honestly, don't know what you're worried about. Hey, the man himself, FS Miner. How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. I think that was our worst one, wasn't it? Look, we've got loads of space here. Loads of space. So FS Miner, we're about to do a test on the latest version of Terraform with your dozer. Let me just go and download it now. There we go. The Volvo SD115 Road Roller. Do I have that? Should I go and find that somewhere? I'm going to have to go and find that, aren't I? Just talk among yourselves for a second. Oh, but the FS19 version I can't find. Sticks, have you got a version to the 22 version? Oh. He's ahead of me. Right, I've got a road roller and I've got the new version of... Is it working? Is it working? Sorry guys, bear with me. Downloads. Right, we've got Terraform, that's one. That's good. Change the name of it. Sorry. This is not great content. Can't seem to download that, Sticks. Seems to be completely... Try again. Oh! Dodged. Dodged. Who says we can't multitask? We're going to get that whole field in one combine. Right. I can't download this. Take care, Tim. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Always nice to see you. Hey, Patton's in as well. Yes, Patton. We had it. In fact, I'll run over and I'll show you. It's been running our auger and it's been working a treat. There it is. We had it hooked up to the auger here, powering the auger, and it was doing a grand old job. FS Miner, I haven't tried the crusher yet. No, I'm going to try the crusher. We might get that on our Yukon save later on. So no, definitely we're going to give that a spin. Looks great. Right, hang on a sec. Sorry guys, I'll be with you any second now. Yes, that one worked. Brilliant. Right, I've got a road roller, and I've got the dozer, and I've got the latest version of Terraform. So, give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to quickly log, get this fixed, and then we'll jump back into the game for a little bit of a nosy at some brand new mods. So, give me a couple of secs while we just log out. I'll get the blank screen of nothingness. I think you will anyway. Quit. See my ugly mug. Right, I'm copying these over now. I really need to change the volume of that. Shane Torzillo, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate you joining. What am I doing? I'm doing mods, and I'm copying in Terraform and the road roller. Right, let's fire it back up. See what we've got. Rob plays games. Nice to see you. Kawia, and we are Graystone. Let's make sure we turn it on. The classic. Never remember to turn stuff on. Am I looking for it? There it is. The SD15 Terraform is already on. Let's see what's what here. Any issues aside from the seat? Nothing really, Patton. It runs really well. No issues at all with it. Oh, it's running nicely. Let's just load this up. Need some lift music, don't we? Hey, Paul Campbell, nice to see you, mate. Glad to have you back. I shouldn't sing. How to lose your viewers. There you go, we've dropped from 185 to 173 straight away. Right. Let's go over here. Let's do this. Oh, no, let's come a bit further away than that. Let's do this. How much is this? Am I going to have to spend some money I don't have? There it is. 25 grand. That's not bad. I will update. 75 grand I've got at the moment, so I will update that. It doesn't need GPS. Another brilliant FS Miner tool. He does some great stuff. So let me just jump in this with Terraform switched on. It should tell us what we can do with this. Enable Terraform machine. It doesn't tell us what we can do, so I'm guessing this will just flatten stuff. I mean, literally won't do anything else than roll, which makes total sense. Let's give this a bash. So we know as we get closer to the edge here that the... or does it just paint this? I need sticks to tell me what it does. Oh no, it's leveling. See that? Look at that. You see the ground moving underneath it? Just how good is that? Flatten and smooth. All in one together. Does it do them together, Sticks? Just doing a bit of both at the same time. It really was levelling then, that was great. Liking that scope. So look at this, you can see now. See the movement? Look at that. Genuinely, this is so much better than actually doing it with a mouse. And it's smoother. It's get rid of this bush as well. Look, clears bushes out of the way. So as you can see, well, then what I'll do, I'll go with the dozer and we'll do this little. But man, we can create our own roads, people. We can create our. Now, if I had the full version on, you could switch your paint mode so it wasn't mud, or you could do it mud first and then you could rerun it with the bulldozer with the gravel or something, or even tarmac finish or something like that. But look at that. And then you join him back to the bit that's already been smoothed. Come on, what's not to like? Right, that's just epic. The D6. So let's do a little bit of a demo. This is, like FS Mine is saying there, this is a work in progress version of Terraform. So Sticks is still working on this, but I'm sure Ms. Speedy's been releasing stuff. I'm going to switch back to my joysticks. Speedy's been releasing updates. That's correct, Legacy. You can. Yep, there's a menu so you can change the diameter, the radius of what you're fixing as well. So here's a good example of. Let me try and find a space that has got a little bit of. So yeah, look where we rolled there. There is some. FS Miner. I took some photos of this before. I want to show you. Just see that. See the track disappears at a certain camera angle. And it only does it on the right hand one. Doesn't do it on the other one. Just I don't know what it is there. Just a bit of live feedback. Right. So you can see we've got a slight difference in heights here. In fact, I might go from the other side. So we're on the path here that we've cut, and we know that this grass bank is higher. See that? So what I want to do now, if I drop this down, I've got to turn it on as well. Enable. So look, when it's up, you can see red dots and blue dots. Drop it down, you can see they go green and a lighter blue. Now, if I run this here, it will fill the bucket up the front, or the blade up at the front, and it's levelling the ground next to it. Now, when this blade is full, you have to dump the rocks or the stones out of it. So if I lift that there, dumps you a pile of stones. Now, S-Sticks, remind me. Could we switch that to, instead of a unload of rocks, could that be switched to a different mode? Or is the dozer only ever going to? Stupid blade did not work properly. Is it a giant's thing, Miner? Making the landscaping tool completely obsolete. Although it is the reason this works, but so if I can clear all of this stone out of the way, there we go, that's enough. We dump this over here. You're on a roll at the moment, FS Miner. So everybody, if you're watching here, go and check out FS Miner's channel, because he mods pretty regularly, don't you? Most days. And he's forever coming up with new mods. And he does some really, really cool stuff. If you're into the kind of mining economy, FS Miner's your man. Road Graders next. I can see that one coming too. Add raised terrain option, but it'll be... I'm not even sure we need S-sticks. Right, that would be a different tool, so... Right tools for the job, right? You wouldn't do that with a dozer. You wouldn't be... I think this dozer works really well. If you go and see FS Miner's vid, working on dirt in a mine, he cuts a beautiful ramp up into the mine using the dozer, so that the big excavators can get into it. But check. You saw how high that bit of grass was. That in between the path we cut with the road roller and what we're doing now, when we're smoothing all of this down to a point that it's looking really, really good. Aussie, how you doing? So there you go. You can see the ground moving again, shaping as it goes. Lifting up a bit there. Now we've got a full blade there, and it starts to spill it out of the sides as well, which is a really nice touch. There you go. Still a little bit of leveling to do. Once the stone has been deposited, kind of rides over it. It's a shame it doesn't pick the stone back up. I'm not sure if that's a giant's thing, isn't it? Mustard Seed, how you doing, man? Let's go and find it. Patton, can you put a link in the chat? Hang on, mate. Yes, you can. Let me. In fact, I'll do. You have to be a moderator to post a link, but as it's you, I'll let you do that. I'll also do the same for FS Miner as well, because we know he is. And there we go, FS Miner. You can throw any of the links to any of your mods or your channel in there if you want, mate. When the collisions touch the ground and lift drops material under a... Yeah. It's not... Do you know what? It's not a huge issue. If that's the worst of the problems with everything that you've done with this... it's unbelievable. Hey, Ola, how you doing? In fact, there's somebody... I'm going to have to give all these modders admin rights. You want to see the bridge that Ola's built as well, guys. If you want to see something pretty cool, go check out Ola's bridge on our Discord. Unbelievable. Adapts to the landscape that it's being placed on. Very, very cool. Let me shut this. So let's scoop up some of this out of the way. I invested in dual joysticks, FS Miner, because of you and S-sticks and Terrafarm. You're costing me money, you two. Stop it. The bridge is in the DMs. I'll check it out. Thanks, Ola. So there you go. With a big bucket like this, very easy to scoop up those loose gravelly bits. What I would like to do is get that entire bit of grass there. Let's get all this level. You can see how undulating it is still. So wouldn't it be brilliant if we can get all this flat? This is what the aim was when we said we were going to fill in this pond, was we wanted it to be beautifully flat, and then we could plough it into a field. And so far, It's working just as intended. Oop. There we go. This is so much fun. I honestly challenge any of you to not have fun with this. Especially with joysticks. I'm only using one now because it's a front loader, but with the excavators, dual joysticks is a riot. An absolute riot. Somebody asked before actually, am I going to do another setup tour? Yes, because it is changing quite quickly at the moment, just with these mods and the joysticks. I actually have done away now with my side panel. Now the joysticks are here, and the finesse, like, they're just a little bit more there's a little bit more finesse you can get with them. Plus they light up when you move them, so what's not to love? We all know that neons there we go. Oh, we can sell this stone as well. There's quite a lot here actually. Might be a little bit cheaty. There we go. Grab this little bit here, and then we'll smooth off this last bit of grassy area here. And then we'll... could we do that with a roller? Or could we do that with... Let's do it with a dozer, I think. There's a lump there as well. There's a bit there. Let's grab that as well if we can. And then we'll go and get the dozer. I am not. They are... let me see if I can lift one up so you can see it. There we go. Music Man, they are Thrustmaster T 1600s. They look like that. And you can get two. I got two in a box from Amazon, and there was 109 in the UK, £109. So I'm guessing for you guys in the States, it'll probably be maybe, I don't know, $150 or something like that. Thank you, Args. It's brilliant. Honestly, changed the game. I used to say a steering wheel changed the game, but for stuff like this, just controlling a bucket and stuff, it is... Oh, he says as he crashes. See? Steering wheel. Never improved my driving though, did it? Right. Let's jump back into the dozer. And let's get this last little bit levelled. Do I want to level it with the dozer? Yes, I do. 200 or 300, possibly, Patton. Yeah, I don't know what the exchange... I used to be over there quite a lot, so I kind of had a rough idea of what was what, but let's be honest, the whole world's gone crazy recently. 228. So when I bought mine in the UK, there was 8 left on the Amazon store, and I did the Terrafarm vid, and I went, I need to buy these now. And when I went back on, there was one set left, and when I bought them, and they've been out of stock ever since, so it's quite funny. I've not checked the last couple of days, but... There we go, look at that. Levelled that off now. We are full, the blade is full now, so I'm going to just dump it here, and we'll come back for that. But you can see the ground working and levelling, which is brilliant. Is that right, Pan? Wow. And we're expensive. We're not a cheap country. So for you guys to be getting bargains from us, that's... Look at that, guys. I mean, what? I'm stuck now. See what happens? I'm full. The blade is full, so just have to accept defeat on that one. Still a little bit of leveling going on behind it. It's so good. It is so good. There you go, Ola. I just see it. I mean, I see it already. The potential for this mod is just off the charts. Right. Still out of stock. The guys at Thrustmaster are like, guys, why have we sold out of joysticks all over the world? Their inventory, look, there we go. So with the roller, we're just a different way of doing it. So there's quite a drop there. That switches off as it rolls over the... as it rolls over some of the stones there. Look at that. I mean, you saw that before, right? You've got a little bit of a rut there where that pile of stones is. We'll go and get those because I want to see if I can properly smooth it off. But it's so good. Right, let's get rid of this. And then we'll level this last little bit off. If we can. Such a big bucket this, look at that, it's only 56% of it. Picked all of that up. Get that little bit over there. We should be able to... Still working on the... tipper skills. There we go. Last little bit. There we go. Move him out of the way again. Look, I was supposed to finish this stream at 11. And look, 20 minutes late, we're still digging holes. Love it. Yeah, nice one, Ola. Go for it. Where's the biggest rut now? I mean, there really isn't much. One here. Smooths everything down though. Oops. Last bit of grass here. I mean, this is genius. Look at that. Look at that. It's nuts. Use smooth ground and go back to flatten again. Can I go back to flatten? How do I do that? Oh, turn it off. Turn it off, find a smooth bit, and then go back. I agree. I think I agree, Matthew. It's very hard to see past this when it comes to mod of the year. There you go. So level, stop, turn it off for a bit, and then go again. Use that as your basis for where you go next. So good. Indicator HUD is top right corner now. The toggle buttons are the same. Oh, do you know what? How long have I been playing this and I didn't even see that? So there you go, yeah. Top right, look at that. So switch it back to... So we're on flatten. So now if I go to... Oh, it's got a vibrate on it, listen to that. Paint ground, flatten ground, smooth ground. Smooth ground. Probably not going to do much because it's pretty smooth already. Oh, it's a lot more subtle. I love the fact you put a vibrator into this as well. FS Minor. That's quality attention to detail. Where can a guy find this packet? From FS Minor. Pleasant. From FS Minor. Oh, did the game sound? Mally, you want to hear the game sound a bit more? Can I pull up the HUD in this version sticks? Look at it. Look, even that. No. I was just wondering, can I change my paint mode from the mud that I'm on at the moment? Look, there's a little lump there. Do you see that lump? Ooh, have you noticed that? Yeah, look, there's a little lump there. Sort it out. There's another little lump over there. We should have done it before and after. Right, turn it off again. That, look, I mean, look how smooth that is. I mean, you saw how bad that was before. That was. I mean, look at the height of the. I mean, there's some lumps here. We've lowered it down. We've scraped the dirt out of the way and lowered it down. Look at that. Hey, someone's bought a pair. I'm single-handedly responsible for an uplift in sales. Oh, well, I'm not. Does the machinery get muddy and dirty? I'm sure it does, Music Man. We've probably just not been using it enough. So yeah, no. This is, like I said, this is a test version. But basically now what you could do is, by the way, this is one of my favourite textures of FS22. It's really good, isn't it? When's my next live stream, Richard? I'm toying with the idea of doing a stream on Saturday. Because, and I haven't talked about this tonight, sad day, the guys at JS Mapping have decided to no longer continue. And they're going to, they said the 15th was the day they were going to shut down their Discord and Facebook pages and all of that stuff. So yeah, I thought we might maybe do a little bit of an FS19 trip back to Flint Hills, because if you guys have followed me for a while, you'll know that was kind of the map that put me on the map. That was the one that got me so many followers and subs, and so I kind of feel like I, for old time's sake, maybe go back there for a bit. And no potatoes, Nick. That's going to happen at 100,000, which means never. So there we go. But I think we'll call it there, guys. I'm kind of giddy after that. Look at that. Look how smooth that is. I'm just in. Well, Scott, never say never, mate. Never say never. Okay, I think on that note, and our very smooth. This used to be a pond. Look how much of it we filled in. All with tools as well. We've not kind of gone into the landscape at all. We've been playing. We have been digging and moving stuff and unloading stuff and digging and moving stuff, and we're filling in this massive hole. It's so good. It is so good. We're going to have to get on with the excavator next. Oh, Cranky's both. Ivan Horvat, thank you very much for the sub, my friend. I am going to have to turn that down. Thank you, guys. That was a riot. As always, love my streams on a Wednesday night. Properly look forward to them. SDX, this is nothing short of genius, mate. Nothing short of genius. FS Minor, you've got the goodies as well coming out. Because of you, we can actually use Terraform in a really fun way. It's so good. So hats off to both of you. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Right, I'm leaving you to it. Have a good rest of your weeks. Hopefully see you at the weekend. Keep an eye out tomorrow. Elk Mountain Modding Ranch Pack. Doing a preview of that, which looks really, really good. And Sim Dashboard. Keep an eye out for that in the next few days. Patton as well. Thank you, mate. Great to see you. Thanks for dropping in, and we'll see you again soon. Right. Take it easy, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.